Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm mostly in the moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. We're going to be looking at the twin flame energies for the week of February 1st through the 7th. We have the divine feminines, the divine masculines, and the union energies. We're going to be looking at how the twin flame feels about the twin flame connection. We're also going to look into what else is going on in the twin flame life right now. And then we're going to have a sneak peek of what's to come in the second week of February. If you're new to my channel, you could always subscribe for weekly twin flame energy readings. And if you'd like a reading from me, you could always email me. My information is below. And I am announcing officially my $22 love reading for this entire month. That's $22 for a love reading similar to this general reading that is customized to you. If you've ever gotten a full love reading from me, it's like this, but there's like general readings. I go really into it. I pretend that I'm in your shoes and I figure out every last detail, go into all the questions I would want to know. And this is like going to be a shorter version of that full reading. It's going to be a half hour of a reading just like this that's customized to you. So we're going to look at the recent past, depending on your specific journey, what's going to be happening the second you get the reading delivered to you. And then what's going on in the future, also customized to your specific twin flame journey. All right. With that said, I'd like to say thank you so much that all those that like, comment, subscribe. There was a comment last week in last week's post about subscriber 2222, and guess who that was? There's also the reasoning behind the $22 love reading. 2 is the number of partnership, love partnerships, balance, decisions. So, 22, the master number, 22, also the master number of teaching, which a lot of twin flames are going to encompass, being the light worker, the way shower, teaching, being a good spiritual student, and teaching others how to become enlightened, ascend as well. All right, so with that said, let's get started. First of all, there's a lot of fire energy. I feel like if there was a card to describe what this week is going to be like, the Ace of Wands. Definitely the Ace of Wands. A lot of spark of new beginnings, a lot of going after what you want, being divinely guided to your soul mission or to your love romantic partnership, people you're supposed to bump into, events that are supposed to occur in your life that's like written in stone for you, written in your soul contract. This is a spark of a beginning. This February is kind of gonna be the map for this entire year. This what you plan, what you spark, what you visualize in this month, February, is going to manifest itself throughout this year. It's going to be the blueprint for this year. All right, so what we have for the union energies already is a Hierophant, which is my marriage card, but it's clarified by the Devil card. So I feel like, I know there's like a whole shift in energy in the twin flame collective, and you probably have felt that. And this marriage card, clarified by the Devil, I feel like if one person left, the other person is ready. So you might have gotten a huge pull to either release or go after the twin flame in the physical. And that's like if you are so strongly connected to someone, whoever it is, but this is like your twin flame, you put in so much energy, so much thought, so much love into the connection, whether you are in separation or not. If you make a huge decision, such as I release all expectations from this twin flame connection, and you mean it, immediately spirit goes into high gear, manifesting what you're like destined to happen in your twin flame journey. Your twin flame will immediately feel it and might make a huge decision with like the Ace of Wands energy and do something bold. You did something bold, they'll do something bold. It's like matching. I just saw 444. Like that is what we're gonna see coming up next week. So yeah, there was a huge shift in the twin flame energy. Most people have felt this. if you release something, the other person is now on board. If you got a huge sign to like make a huge move, maybe it is to reach out, or maybe you did bump into, or you are like, for me, it was like one day I was planning a day trip and we were going to go see each other. The next day it's like separation, there needs to be time to work on the individual self. There needs to be time to make a huge change in the connection. And it's just like the roles were reversed. Now one person is going after their soul mission, their career path, their what they're being called to do in their service to humanity, and the other person is like now putting in the energy for the relationship, putting in the energy into visualizing a marriage or a long-term commitment, what you guys could do corroborating a future together. So we see that a lot here for Divine Feminines, the reunion card, clarifying the Six of Swords and the Four of Cups. The Divine Feminines feel like they're not waiting for someone else to make the decision for them in this twin flame connection, and that might have manifested a reunion. Whatever decision was made, I feel like there was you definitely felt a huge energetic shift between you and your twin flame, and you might have been thinking about either leaving the connection or physically leaving, moving somewhere, physically taking a job somewhere else, physically taking a vacation somewhere else. And this has been on the back of your mind. In last week's reading, we had that the Divine Feminine might be keeping something from the Divine Masculines because it might affect the connection and they don't want it to, so they are keeping it to themselves. But again, the Chariot, the Divine Feminine, clarified by the Page of Wands, are definitely looking for the next new adventure and are ready for it. You might feel something, a huge opportunity coming your way, Divine Feminines, and you're not waiting around for someone else to influence a decision or make that decision for you. You are going to make that decision because you feel it coming. You know it's coming. For the Divine Masculines, we have the Moon card. Again, the Ace of Wands, like I was talking about, and the Judgment with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like after the last full moon, after the lunar eclipse, the Divine Masculines have felt that shift as well. They might have not known what it is, but with the Moon card, it forced the Divine Masculines to go within, to really go deep down into their core self, their raw, very vulnerable self. And that's a hard thing to do, but they were guided by the divine to make a decision regarding the twin flame, regarding the Divine Feminine. They were tossing up some decisions, didn't know what to do. I'm thinking like the ego might have gotten in the way. Is this person actually leaving the connection? Are we not going to meet up anymore? I always had this as plan B. This is not going to happen anymore. But they were, with the Ace of Wands and the Judgment card, they were forced by the divine. It's like, it's time. The angels, their higher selves, their spirit guides are like, it's time. Like you have to, reach down deep into you. And I know it's not the most fun thing to do, but you have to do it. And they're really opening up their emotions, really opening up their intuition, really feeling the connection now. And if they did not know before, they do know now that this is their Divine Feminine. Because what else is going on in their life? The Empress card. They are thinking like the Divine Feminines. Like the Divine Feminines led the way as a beautiful, vibrant, glowing Queen of Wands. They led the way in this emotional journey, even though it's hard. You guys might make it seem easy, divine feminists. You might make it seem like it's easy to be vulnerable and easy to say emotions, but it never is. When is it? It's not easy to open up and be vulnerable and tell the divine masculines, or show yourself and show to the universe, like opening up your bare naked soul and like saying like I love you from the deepest parts of myself. And the divine masculines are feeling this, and they're finally understanding and getting this. I'm getting that a lot of masculines, either one or two things, they didn't know a love like this existed, and they're now understanding that there is such love like this that is so deep and profound and so honest and strong and just real and raw. And two, like they might have never felt this kind of love before, so they didn't know it existed. Or they might have always hoped and dreamed that this love was existed, but they thought that they were just being naive, and they've been jaded so much by their past loves, meaning people that they've been with like romantically before, or even their family and friends. They might have been jaded so much by hoping that this love existed, feeling innocent and approaching love, and then being jaded and thinking, oh yeah, this is just in my head. This is just things of like romantic movies and such. Like this kind of stuff doesn't exist, but then really, like, maybe not even feeling it from their parents, or like seeing it from like other romantic couples in their lives, but now really fully realizing that this love is for real. This love does exist, this really deep, profound, true love. And which they're like, oh, the divine feminine wasn't kidding, that's for real. Like when we came together, we actually came together. That was real. Like I was just kind of, and they might have been slowly opening up to the idea, but really still kind of like not sure if it's for real, being kind of guarded, but yeah, like feeling like, wow, they were right, the divine feminine was right, like that love is for real. Because what we have in the divine feminine's mental space right now is the Ace of Cups, clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Emperor card. So the divine feminines know that the divine masculines have offered them love, a cup of love, and this time, like, for real. They mean it this time. They understand it. They get it. They reciprocate that strong, huge amount of love, that they're kind of like skeptical about at first, they're not skeptical anymore, and they are offering the divine feminine some love, because now they might have their ego popping up. And they might feel like, oh my goodness, am I losing out my chance to be in a commitment with them? Am I losing out my chance to go on this beautiful spiritual journey, this beautiful spiritual adventure with them? Like, am I going to miss out on my chance? Are they looking for someone else now? Like, what's going on? Like, and so, it will definitely trigger the masculines to offer the divine feminine some sort of real cup of love, a genuine, overflowing, actually showing up kind of cup of love. But it's interesting because the divine masculines in their headspace, like, they're dreaming a lot about the possibilities that they might have not really actually thought about before. Maybe the ability to have their divine feminine, but also have their friends and family connection strong while still being with a feminine that they might not have approved of in the past or may not approve of right away because they're different than your usual type, or they're different from your friends or family, or more just like awakened and spiritual, and they might not vibe with that right away. Having a career, a passion, projects with divine feminine, working with them in a multiple different kinds of dreams and goals, and they're now visualizing this, and it's kind of like, oh, that's what the divine feminine was talking about. Like when they were saying, when they're throwing out goals and ideas for this or that, they were visualizing, they were setting dreams, because that's what you do in a love partnership, in a love connection that's this strong. You want a goal that you want to get there, but it's like, how they say it's not the destination, it's the journey there. Well, if you have to have a destination in mind to be like, hey, let's have a reason to get in the car and drive over to that destination, right? And yeah, you're excited for the journey and whatnot, but like, even if your destination changes, you have to have that goal in mind, that this is what we want. We want to be in a relationship. We want to have, start this charity, or start a family, or mix our family together, or build a home together, or open up this business together. Like, you have to have a destination, even if it changes, to start the journey, right? So they're understanding that now, like, oh, that's why the divine feminine were throwing out all these ideas, And the divine masculine was throwing out good ideas too, but there was like no end game, It was just for the sake of like talking, shooting the stuff, like just for the idea of entertaining their mind. It's like, yeah, that's a great idea, or would it be awesome, like, I think the world would be better if we implemented this, but that not actually thinking about how they're gonna take that idea and make it real in their own life. It's like, yeah, it'd be great if we could do this at some point in our lives. It'd be great if we opened up a coffee shop at some point in our life, like that'd be great, but like not actually thinking about like how it helps people, how your skill set like lends itself to this mission, and actually thinking about like, oh, maybe I should save up and I can do that like maybe in 4 or 5 years. They're understanding how important it is to have these dreams. And for the divine feminines, we were already there. Clarified by, guess what? The 7 of Cups. We are already on our way to our 10 of Pentacles. We've already dreamt about it, and now we're manifesting it very quickly, very fast. We're on our way. We've been thinking about this for a very long time, and even though the divine masculines haven't been on board about actually taking these dreams and making them a reality, the divine feminines are there. They're making it a reality right now. We also have the 2 of Swords with the High Priestess. The divine feminine have now a choice that they have to think about in terms of this twin flame connection. The choice is up to you, divine feminines, which way you want to go. But one way you will definitely go towards is your abundance, because you've been thinking about it. Not just this twin flame connection, but what this twin flame journey is all about. Manifesting a lot of beautiful, positive abundance in every area of your life. And being balanced, being really, truly balanced. Because the divine masculines, they have begun this new start by offering this cup of love. I feel like they were given a cup of love. They realized like, oh, this was the cup of love being offered to me. I was offered true, genuine love from my beautiful divine feminine. And now I'm going to offer them the cup back as the beautiful divine masculine, the really strong, sturdy, I know what I'm doing, and I know I'm going to put down roots. We were talking about the masculines putting down roots, and here it is. They realized that they were given a cup of love, and they're giving that cup of love back to the feminine for this new start, to start this new year off correct, to start this connection off again, renewed, rejuvenated, for real this time. We got so much moon energy for the divine feminines this week. What else do you have going on? There's no waiting anymore. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is no more waiting, because it's time. The Magician card, it's time. You know it. You've been feeling it. You've been feeling this energy come in, this beautiful magic. Literally, you put in the work, you already planted the seeds, you already seen it grow, you already harvested. Now it's the time for magic. This is when the magic begins. And again, for your physical, what you have is justice. Justice was the key last week. Everything balancing out. And again, this moon came up, and I was like, oh, if the moon comes up again, I'll know it's for real. The moon came up again. Look at this beautiful moon energies, all this beautiful moon energies, this moon cycle, this new moon in Aquarius to the full moon in Virgo, later in February, the 19th, 19th, is going to be a very important moon cycle. Divine Feminines, your life is definitely balancing out. It's becoming fair. All the work you put in, you're getting back the results. It's going to feel like magic. And this is going to be a glimpse of what's happening for the entire year. Wherever you think of, wherever you feel, wherever you are manifesting like magic right now, it's going to come through even stronger and better throughout the year. This is why this month is very important. This is why you had that huge release, purge moment in January. I felt like if you're very sensitive to energy, January was like a roller coaster of emotions. If you've been on the journey for a while, you probably had a better handle in it, but it doesn't matter, because this shift is huge. This shift is real. It's like magic. And the Divine Feminines you definitely feel something coming very strongly and powerfully towards you that is for your highest and best good. And it's next moon cycle is very important in that aspect. For the Divine Masculines, really feeling into their emotions. I feel like because the roles are reversed, the Divine Feminines are feeling very powerful in their masculine energy, being like the go-getters, taking action, making things happen, manifesting things in your life. The Divine Masculines feeling a lot of the Divine Feminine energy, really understanding their emotions. To be human is to feel a huge complexity of range in emotions, and like the Divine Masculines might have like gone into this kind of like psychology or understanding of these emotions, but as a spirit having a human experience, they are really opening up not only to their emotions but also to their intuition in a very, very like life-changing kind of way. We have the King of Swords twice, mirroring the Feminine's Queen of Swords. The Divine Masculines know that they were being kind of stingy. They're being kind of stingy with their love. They're being kind of stingy with how they spent their physical things, their time, their money, their efforts. And because they cut off that energy, because they cut off their abundance in love, they weren't receiving that love back. They weren't receiving that money back. They weren't receiving those opportunities back. So the Divine Masculines know now, though, they know better now, that they're being kind of stingy with their love energy, with their abundance energies. And even though they felt like they were in a good place, they didn't want to lose all that love that they had. They didn't want to lose the money that they had. They didn't want to lose what they had currently. So they were just doing the bare minimum. But they weren't realizing that to have more love in your life, to have what you deserve, because the Divine Masculines are feeling like, you deserve that love. You deserve true love. You deserve grand, beautiful, everlasting love that you read about kind of love, you know. The divine masculine is like, oh, I get it now, right? So they're opening up their hearts, and they know they won't be in this like Five of Pentacle energy for long, because they're going to be in that Six of Pentacle energy soon, which is to be able to be so abundant, opening up their love, giving to others more love, giving money to other projects, giving their energy to projects, because once you do that, that energy is going to flow back to you. And the divine masculines are feeling that, like, oh yeah, I was being closed off, but I was also being closed off to something much better, something much more beautiful, to a higher power love. Like, I was being closed off because I had a little bit of love and I didn't want to lose it, but now I realized I was closing myself off to this opportunity of a love of a lifetime, of a career of a lifetime, of the opportunity of a lifetime. So the divine masculines are now going to slowly start giving more, because they're going to realize that's going to come back to them. And even in their physical space, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So they are now slowly but surely working on those long-term plans. This is like the divine masculines persevering. They are persevering, even though they're down. They feel down on their luck because they feel like they didn't. They're holding on to the wrong thing, or they're holding on to this idea of scarcity. Like, it's rare to find this little bit of love, so I'm gonna hold on to it. It's rare that I saved up a little bit of money, so I'm gonna hold on to it. But they were holding on to the wrong thing. They're holding on to this fear of like there isn't much abundance, but they're opening their mind up to there is. And the divine feminine was showing me that. The universe was showing me that, and I get it now. And so they're being the Knight of Pentacles, even when they're down and out, they are giving back. They are giving back so they can work on the long-term love, work on the long-term career, work on the long-term financial goals, projects, home, whatever. And I'm very magical. I thought this was a horse, but it's actually a unicorn. I say unicorn. It's like it's magic. Really, this is kind of a magical time right now, and it's like, it's a very unique period of time. I felt a lot of twin flames were dealing with, like, the new moon is like letting go what doesn't serve you. I feel like a lot of twin flames were dealing with these energies a little bit earlier than the rest of the collective, than the rest of your society or where you live, the people around you, because you're going to be around when this shift hits the ground, like when it hits the fan, and it's like everyone else, all the people living around you that aren't awakened yet, or haven't been going through this spiritual journey for a while and purging and cleansing throughout this awakening process, they might need your assistance. I feel like this is the call for twin flames, the call for light workers, the call for way showers to release any expectations, release anything that was no longer serving them, because when this new moon comes around, I feel like it's going to be like on a much grander scale. Your neighbors, your family, your friends are going to be going through like a purging process unlike anything they've ever gone through. Maybe like understanding that they're doing a purging process for the first time in their life, and like you're going to be there to like help some people or be a good example for doing it ahead of time, because a lot of energy is coming through right now. So a lot of magic here, huh? And so what's going on for the next week in February, we have the Emperor with the Four of Pentacles. I was just talking about the Four of Pentacles energy. Like, they were holding on to the scarcity mindset, but now they've opened their mind up, and because of that, the foundations that they are putting down, the roots that they're putting down are way more powerful, because they're putting their roots down in the right thing now. They're putting down foundations for the right thing right now. and it's going to actually build stability, actually allow both the twin flames to build something for real. That's why I feel like this February is like the foundation for this entire year, if not for the next like few years. You know, it's a big important moment in the twin flame collective's life, because what we have here, what else is going on? The Sun card with the Chariot. These beautiful positive energies are coming to the twin flame collective right now. The Sun card, I mean, come on, the most positive card in the deck with the Chariot. Fast positive forward moving action, very quick. The Sun card is coming to you, the positive energy. So I felt this fire, this Ace of Wands energy, is because the twin flames are getting this boost of energy, and especially because you've been on this journey for a while, however long that is for you, a few months, a few years, a few decades, you know, you're getting this boost of positive energy right now because you've been going through your spiritual work, you know, you've been doing your spiritual work. So for those who are not awakened, it might feel uncomfortable doing the spiritual work now, or recognizing the spiritual work and doing it, attacking it for the first time. But like for those who have been on the spiritual journey, this is going to be a beautiful time. You're going to really enjoy these next few weeks. It's going to be kind of fun and very positive. You're going to feel like getting up in the morning and getting to work and helping others and helping yourself and being on a high vibe, for sure. Yeah, because what we got going on next week in terms of romantic relationships here, we have definitely the Divine Feminines getting some sort of indication that the Divine Masculines want some sort of deeper connection, deeper understanding of the Divine Feminine, deeper understanding of the spiritual concept of the twin flame or soulmates or karmic partners or whatever it is, you know, to understand the Divine Feminine better, what they were talking about, what the love they were offering is all about, seeing love from a higher perspective, you know. And I feel like the Divine Feminines are still keeping something to themselves. I feel like they're keeping a decision or a decision that you have to make to themselves until you're ready to do it. I feel like if you're going to move, you may not tell anyone yet. Like you might not, if you have something, a big decision, Divine Feminine, or a small decision that's like really important to you, you might want to hold off on telling just like anybody until you feel like you're ready to do so, until you're ready to make that change, or so you're in the positive mindset. You don't want to go tell people who might not understand it or who might not tell you the best advice, or, you know, tell you no when you know in your heart it's a yes, you know. For Divine Masculines, we have the Two of Cups twice here. The Divine Masculines are definitely feeling like you might get some sort of small victory in terms of this union, but it's, you know, it's a short-term victory. You know, there's a long road ahead. Feeling like the Divine Masculines might be showing up, but, you know, because of some sort of, they want to be in this long-term change for the positive. They want to be more successful. They want to be more successful in every part of their lives, but they might not come off to you completely honest, Divine Feminines, because they might be doing it out of a little bit of fear at the moment. So let the Divine Masculines go through whatever they have to go through in order to come to a beautiful conclusion. I mean, I do see some sort of, you might have some sort of mini reunion. You might have some sort of sexual encounter or some sort of encounter that like is very fun, you know, maybe, you know, doing something a little bit, you know, naughty or indulging and stuff, and being victorious in that whatever outing or date or conversation or connection, dreamlike or energetic like you have, but realizing that there's more underneath the surface than just coming together for a little bit of fun. There's some deep stuff going on, and the divine masculines might be doing short, little, small things to keep, to lose this fear of scarcity, lose this fear of if I don't do it now, I might lose it forever, kind of thing, and not just romantic love, but in a lot of other things. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm really excited for February. A lot of beautiful sun energy coming fast and furious at ya, Twin Flame. Don't forget, I am running that $22 love special that's like this for the entire month of February. I am so excited for this month. I hope you stay with me mostly in the moment, and I wish you so much love and light.